man in the suit likes this bridge. It gives him an advantage. It saves on travel time for both the vehicle users passing under and the pedestrian users passing over. It makes sense to him. He marvels at the significant contribution to the health and safety of the community. He passes a couple standing on the crest of the bridge. They have not been together for long and are apprehensive about the future, but it is a warm sunny day and they have time to kill. Nearby, a couple stand by a fountain. They have been together for a long time, perhaps too long. The man is thinking what might have otherwise been. So is the woman. Two funeral workers are killing time discussing a football match. The man on the left notices a pain in his knee, which his co-worker secretly dismisses as hypochondria. The man on the right is disturbed by something he can't quite put his finger on. He has always been a little uneasy in public spaces, which his co-worker secretly puts down to coimetrophobia. People come from all over because their guidebooks have told them, along the lines of, if you have time to kill, spend some time here. He makes his living by giving guided tours. A heavy smoker with emphysema, he refuses to quit. He is always complaining about something. She has given up long ago and is given to wearing old sweaters with diamonds on them because of the cigarette burns. He will probably die within the year, she thinks. He believes well-polished boots are an indication of success and has meticulously weighed up the pros and cons of investing the extra time against the risk of being perceived as a latecomer. He is at pains to remain patient, reciting in his head the speech he wants to make. His concentration is hindered by the uncomfortable swivel chair, making it difficult for him to appear strident, yet professional. Many people travel underground, he thinks, but not a man with well-polished shoes. He never takes the underground. He prefers to walk with his head in the good air of the city. His shoes were worth it, he thinks. He only does it to impress his late father, who wouldn't have cared either way. His father died in that famous mining accident that was on TV. I think I'll be cremated, he thinks. An older man meets a younger woman in the departure lounge of an international ferry terminal. They are discussing politics. The young woman feels out of her depth while the man is thinking deep down that he is out of his. If only she was shallower. If only he was deeper. If only he was younger. But he is late for the funeral of his ex-wife, who was the managing director of a company selling a special brand of shoe polish called the Immortal Boot Company. So he tells her his life is upside down. His wife died suddenly after mistakenly eating a plastic replica of a media luna. At the time, he had no idea what the Heimlich manoeuvre was. He has media lunas for breakfast opposite the statue of the Virgin Mary, down at the Puente de la Mujer on Saturdays, when it's not raining. All the paraphernalia makes death an expensive business. The coffin lifts are a significant contribution to the funeral workers' health and safety, and exhibit the human ability to order potentially chaotic situations. While the man with emphysema is on a tour, his wife hides his cigarette lighter, which he forgot to take with him. It's disposable, unlike his income. He won't be ending up here. He isn't that well heeled. He always starts his tour with the line, "Funerals are the new weddings," and the plug, "All leather accessories polished by the Immortal Boot Company." The streets are dead around here at night. The deceased managing director of the Immortal Boot Company has a mausoleum down this side street. Her ex-husband recollects that she believed in an afterlife and that she was convinced she had a soul. She couldn't resist the pun. A couple kiss on the Puente de la Mujer beside the statue of the Virgin Mary. They had media lunas for breakfast. They have not been together for long and are busy documenting their relationship. It is a crisp sunny Saturday and they have time to kill. They eventually declared their love for each other, silencing some words of detail in parenthesis, along the lines of, "I love," open brackets, "how you make me feel when I kiss," close brackets, "you." Their flatmate has the room directly beside theirs. During the day, he avoids bright light. In desperate moments, he prays to the Virgin Mary that they will break up soon. This is the car he used to drive her to the hospital. It was a Saturday, he thinks. He loved that car. It gave him an advantage and was an expression of the human ability to order potentially chaotic situations. But that seems a long time ago now. It had always irritated her when he said things like, "At the end of the day," or "The devil is in the detail." He once tried throwing the baby out with the bathwater, and she slapped him. That was the final straw. A man walks across a bridge. He is thinking his life has been a lie, a waste of time. He has spent his entire life observing, watching people he doesn't know, making up things he thinks they might say or do. He has created an imaginary world and wants to end it. A man walks beside him and introduces himself. He asks the question, "Would you like to have never existed?" The first man replies to the deluded angel, "If his life has so far been all a lie, then how can this moment be any different?"